pivot on over to the hardwood, where we had a Lake Superior rivalry showdown at Duluth East. To the home of the Greyhounds, or should I say the Juice Box, East hosting Hermantown. Milestone night for East. Ashlyn Gunther just needed 9 rebounds to eclipse the 1,000 rebound mark. Now needing just 8 more after that rebound and layup. East up early. Then it's Gunther again, this time spotting up just below the 3-point line. Good for 2. East back up possession early in the first half. Hawks searching for offense now, down double digits, trying to break that Greyhound press. Michaela Sweeney gets the outlet here, then dumps it off to Emma Herstad, who sinks the layup. Hawks within 10, but the night belonged to Gunther, who would reach the 1,000th rebound mark. She's the only player in program history to reach that milestone, along with 20 points as East gets the win 62-46. Now to Esko. ESPN on hand for an Eskimo milestone. Might take my job soon, but tonight was about junior star Coy Parrish, who scored his 1,000th point tonight on his first basket. Here he is finishing the nice speed from Sandhofen. It was an easy night for him and the Eskimos. Starters getting a rest, so in comes the sniper, Xander Gable. Nothing but net from downtown. Esko up by a lot in the second half. Cruising in this one. Next Eskimo possession, we've got a mouse in the house. Braden Mail working in the paint, finishing with the lefty to tack on the Esko lead. We told you that boy Xander was a sniper. Here he is again. Same spot. Same result, different spot as Eskimo gets the big win on a big night for Coy, winning 89-27. Then we conclude with